Singer.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Previously on X-Men.
welcome to season 4, episode 2 of Podcast Puppets. I'm your host, Legal Lee. With me, as always, my co-host, the funniest man alive, Trevor D. And this episode starts a saga of episodes on none other than the X-Men by Marvel Comics.
Game changer.
Game changer.
We're talking year 2000.
In anticipation for the new X-Men cartoon that's coming out, X-Men 97. We plan on going through a lot of X-Men, so buckle the fuck up. Season 4, here we go. Where do we begin?
The year was 2000. We're just getting over the Y2K scare, right? Where we thought the world was ending, because that's what we were told.
Right.
And then finally a Marvel movie comes out. Of course, they choose X-Men, the greatest.
The greatest.
And then Bryan Singer is directing it. It's perfect. And I saw this movie 7 times in the theater. That's a fact.
I know I saw it. I think I saw it 3. Real fast, let's get our sponsors out of the way. Podcast Puppets season 4, sponsored by Gatorade, sponsored by Monster Energy Drink. Write in, tell us your favorite flavor and how it helps you in your nutritional value of your everyday life.
Oh wow, cherry bourbon is one. Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that flavor existed. Fucking Gatorade hardcore.
Yeah, dude, Gatorade ain't never been the same, man. Ever since it left Florida. So yeah,
betting.
Yeah, right. I mean, I bet on Gatorade and I fucking win every time. It's a fantastic.
Yep.
Bryan Singer, year 2000, X-Men. Let's jump in.
Let's go first notes. First notes I got Jackman, big movie.
Jack
ready to play Wolverine. He took cold showers every day just to be pissed off.
I have so my
Badass.
first,
and he's Canadian.
Yeah,
Wolverine
right.
is.
Wolverine is, yeah. He starts out in that shady. Anyway, my first note is Patrick Stewart is the all-time best casting for Professor X. I legitimately think in any movie ever made, in my heart, it's my favorite casting move ever.
Well, he's just brilliant. He's brilliant.
He's an all-timer, but he just, as Professor X, it's the greatest. It's the greatest casting move ever. So yeah,
and when Sir Ian playing Magneto. Now I'm saying I'm not saying Magneto. Before I have to explain, it's a magnet. It's not a magnet.
Yeah.
So I say Magneto. That's just how I pronounce it.
You've been saying Magneto since I've known you.
Here come the write-ins. I know.
Let me read this.
Anyway, the two actors, Patrick, both knights, Patrick and Ian, didn't know how to play chess. So you know that whole scene when they're playing chess, like in the prison?
Sir Patrick Stewart doesn't know how to play chess.
Did
fucking,
not know how to.
Dude, I'm pretty sure he plays a ton of chess as Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek as well. Wow.
That was chess. That was some
wow.
made up
What acting? What acting? Wow. Right? Wow. That's
could have fooled us.
You
were idiots.
Hugh as Wolverine and Sir Ian McKellen are in my notes, both with the same note as Sir Patrick Stewart, which is perfect casting.
Halle Berry as Storm.
Which isn't terrible casting. We'll get it. So no, let's get into it right away then. So she's not terrible.
The worst written. She's the worst written female in the movie.
Everything surrounding that character in this movie is terribly written. One of my biggest notes, and this is something I wanted to talk to you about, especially because we're just coming off of a Raimi fucking trilogy. This X-Men 1 film, it's pretty fucking badly written.
Super badly written.
It's pretty bad, dude.
I mean, they left that line in with Storm.
Yeah.
Where she's talking about
the frog. What happens when a frog gets struck by lightning? Yeah.
Lightning. But there's a whole nother scene that explains why she said that. They just cut it and left that scene in.
I didn't know that.
Thinking like, well, it's well written enough. People won't mind. Everyone was confused by what was just happening here. And then we're like, Toad, who cares? It's Toad.
Right.
He's like the X-Men's whipping boy.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Also, just real fast, is your phone connected to your Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Am I bumping?
You're just your audio. Video's fine. Oh my god, I fucking forgot what episode that was. That was so funny.
Dude, the lag episode was
That
real.
was so funny, man. God,
that was my phone.
Um,
Those are what the dog tags that Logan has.
Yep.
Those are what Canadians dog tags look like.
Very cool.
I found out.
Very cool.
And I know Bryan Singer, when I was watching the commentary, he was like, count the X's, because there's so many X's in like every shot.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, you look at that opening scene when they're like given a debate or whatever, that whole place is giant X's, and then it's mirrored off the bottom, which is X's.
That's cool.
X's everywhere.
Is Bryan Singer the piece of shit director that got canceled? Is this the same? Or am I confusing him with somebody?
I don't know, but I don't.
Is he the one that came in and ruined fucking the Snyder Cut?
No, that was Whedon.
That was Whedon. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That did Justice League.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
He's like, who's funny?
Yeah, Whedon was the asshole. Yeah. What a terrible film. My next note. Oh, my second note is Fox sucks, and then I have written down, give it up.
Give it up.
Give it up, Fox.
Just
folks.
Give up,
right
God
in.
Damn.
Right in, but not to us. Right into Fox and just hashtag give it up.
I think they're Disney now. Don't write into Disney and tell them to give it up. They've got their own secret police force.
Yeah, write into Disney and ask them about their ties to the Nazis.
Full SWAT gear with like the hood,
yeah,
so
with
just the eyes are showing, but then ears.
Yeah. The Disney is Nazi sympathizers.
Terrifying.
I got fucking
next note. Oh, I got a good next note.
Go for it.
Mansion, the X Mansion, is the same mansion that was Billy Madison's mansion.
Wow.
Lex Luthor's mansion in Smallville.
Not as cool.
And Oliver Queen's mansion in Arrow.
No idea what that is.
The Green Arrow one.
Yeah.
I should have I should have did the Madison one last.
Yeah. Comedy's rule of threes, you comedian.
My first day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fucking awesome, man. Fucking great note. Yeah, they
tried to get Russell Crowe was the first note. I say this because Gladiator from season 3, but he was like, no.
Okay.
Crowe would have been a great Wolverine.
I have a note. God, I was just scribbling. I fucking watched this at work. What I have a note in here, just like that the mansion's brilliant. Like the inside of the mansion is exactly what I've always pictured. You know what? I thought it was just brilliant set design on the mansion and the floor below. I thought it was fucking perfect. I
loved everything. Cerebro looked cool.
Cerebro, it's all perfect. Everything inside of that mansion and outside of that mansion is perfect and brilliant. Yep.
Jean Grey, perfect.
Dog.
She is so fine.
This note here just says Jean with a heart by it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And dude,
we heart Jean.
We heart. Yeah. I can't wait till we get to the third movie and fucking they bastardize her character. But she comes back.
So they steal Wolverine and like bring him to the mansion. And essentially Wolverine's doing it for Rogue because they have some kind of bond.
We're not there yet. Because before that happens, because it's my third note. Concentration camp first scene.
Right away.
It's fucking rough.
Because they have to explain why Magneto is very sure that like he's the next coming. Like the mutants are the next. Yep. Like we need to get rid of the humans, like the cavemen did.
That
because he was in a concentration camp. His parents were killed.
The early scene, the first confrontation with Magneto and Charles. Charles is like, give him a chance, and Magneto, because they're at the fucking convention trying to register fucking mutants, right? Like fucking they did it for fucking Jews at the concentration camp. And Magneto fucking, and I just caught this today, like it really was impactful today. He was like, I've heard these arguments before. And it was like, damn, bro.
Yeah, straight up. He might as well have just like shown his tattoo.
He did. He looks at it. He like once he looks at Wolverine's dog tag after they try to catch him, and he looks at his shit. But anyway, yeah. So you go ahead, Trev. Fucking so yeah. Sabretooth tries to kidnap Wolverine.
No. Wolverine's at the X Mansion. He's introduced to everybody, and he's like Cyclops. Like, what a lame name. And then he's like, "Who's this guy? Wheels."
Wheels.
Talking about the crippled Professor X, the most powerful person in the entire universe.
Yeah. Where they call you Wheels.
At least on the planet.
It's actually,
he's like, "Who's this guy? Wheels."
It's kind of well said,
So
at least
hard.
on the planet. It's kind of what's actually kind of badass. Fucking also, like, Cyclops is fucking amazing, and all of my years of hating on him have been misinformed and stupid. Cyclops is fucking amazing.
Loved Marsden. Loved him. Marsden.
He's great.
Fucking killed it. Killed it. And he like called his friends. He's like, "Should I do this part?" Because he didn't know.
So good. I can't wait till 3 when they kill him in the first scene. So like, yeah. So Wolverine tries to Wolverine tries to walk around him and fucking, because dude, Cyclops literally, so like Wolverine's right here. And Cyclops gives this look to Professor X like, should I smoke this fool? Like, that's a badass moment. That's a badass moment, dude.
He's in charge, man.
Yeah, he is, man.
For a reason.
The leader. He's the leader.
He will not go down. And if he goes down, then y'all are fucked.
And he will do anything Professor X asks him to. If Professor X would have been like, kill that person right now, he'd do it without hesitation. Cyclops is
stand on that cliff and get hit by a wave.
I can't wait for 3. I swore I was never going to watch it again in my whole life. I've only watched it once. Let's keep it moving. Oh, I got a note. I got a note here. I got a note. Magneto could have stopped the war, but chose not to, ? And I'm in reference to World War II.
Well, he was busy at the time.
He was in a concentration camp.
Right. He wasn't thinking like, let's kill all the Nazis. He was like a little kid, like, get the fuck out of here. Time.
Just one? Yeah.
What was like young teenage Magneto's life when he got out of the concentration camp? He was fucked shit up with his powers.
He was very angry. Well, he found Charles. I
know eventually he gets to Wundagore or whatever, some witch place.
Yeah.
And then he has those twins.
Yep, exactly.
Wanda and Quicksilver.
Right. And Quicksilver, yeah. And then he loses his wife.
But I wonder, like, in the meantime, I'll have to see if they ever say.
I've got a note here. I hate the casting of Rogue. I hate Rogue's character in this film. And let me tell you why. First off, Paquin's not a great actress. And second off, that character is Rogue and Jubilee rolled into one.
I know why you're saying that, but Rogue, the character of Jubilee from the animated series, that relationship also happened with Rogue when Rogue first joined the X-Men because she was kind of bad, and then that relationship also happened with Shadowcat or Kitty Pryde because she was young.
Who's in the first film, by the way?
Yeah,
very briefly. And she walks through the door.
Jubilee. And Jubilee and Pyro and Iceman.
Pyro and Iceman for sure, but who the fuck's Jubilee?
Where's Jubilee? She's very obvious in that movie. She's got the yellow coat and the shades.
I don't believe
it's when like the classes are going. You don't believe me. Unbelievable. A very interesting note that I found out just today is Bryan Singer, to find out who he was gonna like, which characters he was gonna use. He watched all fucking 76 episodes of the animated series. And then he decided, like, okay, I'm going to do Jean, Wolverine, Cyclops, Professor X, Rogue.
That's fantastic.
Storm.
Okay, I see her. She's in Apocalypse. I just don't believe you.
Michael Jackson wanted to play Professor X. I think that's pretty interesting. Could you imagine the movie if Professor X was...
I've heard that before, too.
Michael Jackson.
Son of a bitch. She's sitting right next to Kitty Pryde. That I didn't know.
I saw the movie 7 times, and I counted everyone out. This is the X-Men. I waited like my whole life to see him on screen.
Dude. Well fucking done. I love that the early issue is mutant registration, which is... That's how the fucking dude, to piggyback up what you just said, because that's the first episode of the animated series. Is they go to burn down the fucking mutant registration fucking facility.
It's like the first that's like the first comic. It's like you have to establish that the human beings fucking hate and are racist towards these mutants.
Right.
It's like, no matter who you are, we're gonna throw bricks at you because fuck you, and it's a huge hate crime.
It's like, yeah, dude, it's like X-Men.
They're still dealing with that shit in the comics.
I mean, it's the whole thing. That'd be like
Everyone hates him.
That'd be like Bruce Wayne's parents not being dead. I mean, it's the whole concept.
Well, that'd be lovely for him. Why would you not want that? That'd be great.
It'd be less funny.
It'd just be comics, and it would just be like them at dinner, and they're like, "Well, I'm off to bed."
Just building
panel, like he's
just
going
building hospitals. They just like team up with Jimmy Carter.
My brother come? No.
Hugh
Jackman get that joke? Who is gonna get that joke? You want to talk about David Hayter? You want to talk about voice of Solid Snake?
What?
Screenplay for this movie?
You're gonna need to educate me, man.
David Hayter, who played the voice of Solid Snake that we all heard a million times in Metal Gear Solid.
Correct.
He wrote the screenplay for this. Like, he wrote the script. Singer did like the story. Solid Snake wrote the script of this movie. Brought to you by Monster.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
I'm speechless. Has he done anything else?
Look him up. He's done stuff. Yeah. Like, I think he did the second movie.
Which is,
I just think of him dying in that electric chair. Solid Snake. Ah!
Yeah.
As hard as you can.
How do you spell his last name?
What?
How do you spell his last name?
Whose last name?
Hayter.
Like it sounds. Hayter. Hayter.
Wow. He wrote fucking Watchmen? Well, he didn't write it, but wrote the screenplay.
The script. Yep. He's sick, man.
Yeah, I didn't know. Wow.
I'm
getting put on some game today, son. Damn. All right.
X-Men movies, Eric.
Oh, I just, it's my first time.
This is my life.
It's my first time watching film. I barely get into film.
You pronounce it film? It's film.
The smile afterwards. You're such a son of a bitch.
So this was a nice film.
I got fucking one of my favorite notes, man. I texted you this. That's about a personal thing, but when Rogue ass Wolverine, like when the claws come out, does it hurt? Every time. That's probably my favorite line in the film. That, or do you know what happens when Toad gets struck by lightning?
I used to be so confused when he said every time, and I was like, man, is it just like very metaphysical? And he's like, yeah, like every time somebody gets hurt when I have to pop these, or he's like, it comes out of my skin.
Out through his, he
pierces, so it fucking hurts.
It's gigantic. It's gigantic knife wounds.
But by him saying the word every time, it constitutes all of those in one.
Yeah, I really like that.
So I get it. Yeah. Every time.
Yeah, every time. Yeah.
And Rogue is like, oh, okay. 3 movies of this bitch. 3 movies.
I don't like that cat.
Maybe 4.
I don't like that Cassie. I just don't fucking. She's not as bad as Franco in the Spider-Man films, but she's fucking bad. She's off-putting because she's bad.
I just had to think of her as like a young Rogue, because we just went through like years of seeing Rogue as this stacked fucking gorgeous supermodel.
With a southern drawl, a fucking swoon.
Right. Oh, come on.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Come to my heart.
Yes.
All the Southern bells right in.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yep.
They're so much nicer. They're just polite.
It's just, their voice feels like a warm hug.
Exactly. Yeah. Who wouldn't want that every day?
I certainly do.
But you can't touch her because she's Rogue.
Poor Gambit.
Poor that little kid at the beginning, like that teenager. She fucking almost kills.
Yeah, dude. Like, can you imagine getting almost killed while having a boner?
Well, you shouldn't be getting boners at that age. You got to relax. Keep your boners to yourself.
I was like 30 years old.
Interesting choice to have the 30-year-old actor play the 12-year-old.
Super weird. Early on, so again, this movie not well written. A lot of the dialogue in this film is fucking cringy. But I
some good laughs.
Some good laughs. Wolverine giving Cyclops the middle claw. Wolverine, but some of the action's badass. Wolverine flying through the windshield immediately is sick. And then Sabretooth just coming out, like that fight's not bad. Like it's just but it's super early. Like no one, they're still taking this like measurement of like this is years and years before fucking Nolan made realistic fucking superhero movies or Iron Man.
This was the beginning of the superhero movie.
So like, what do you do you make it dark? Do you make it comic? Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't know. You don't know what the vibe is. That's why X2 in
because back then
is so kick ass.
Cinema was so different back then.
Right.
I mean, in the year 2000, this was before a lot of movies broke a lot of barriers back then.
You're absolutely right. And most importantly, this is pre 9/11.
Right. America's tragedy. Don't laugh. Oh my God. Oh my God.
America's holy fuck, dude. Oh man. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's keep it moving. We only have like 10 minutes.
You're just laughing at them.
Oh my God, dude.
Unbelievable.
Great, man. Trevor, is Jennifer Lawrence Mystique in this film? She's not, right?
No, Rebecca Romijn.
I like her better than Jennifer Lawrence, and I fucking love Jennifer Lawrence. Like, I would marry her. But
yeah, no,
I like her better.
Both did really good.
But she's Mystique. Like this first
Jennifer
one.
Lawrence had more of a part.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't written like a talker.
No.
He was just flipping around, yammy. Here's my 18 hours of makeup.
Right.
For 5 seconds. Great.
Yeah, I look like a sea creature.
Mm.
Yo, so there's a protest.
She's a good actress though, Rebecca Romijn.
There's a protest. Well, there's a bunch of protests. You know, like even in the cartoon, like they always got the signs right on the fucking racist white people. Yeah. Dude,
no more oil.
Dude, one of the fucking signs says, hold on, what does it say? Send mutants to the moon.
Great.
I know.
That's great.
I know.
I want to protest something really bad and say whatever it is, send it to the moon. That is such a good solution to a problem.
It's so good. And then
what do we do with these criminals?
Send them to the moon. Oh fuck!
They'd hit that radiation belt and die.
We gotta keep. We
landed on the room.
We have to keep this moving. So, this gigantic UN
fucked
summit.
Up the statue at the end. Wolverine when he's dangling around, he cuts the Statue of Liberty.
What? Because
they ever fix that?
Because the biggest
to address this
freedom fixed it. So it was the biggest UN.
Freedom never wins.
It was the biggest UN summit of all time, and they just advertised it. Literally, at one point, the news is like, "There's never been this amount of world leaders in one place." It's just like you're just putting this big target on it. How do you feel about the angle of Magneto being able to change humans into mutants?
I don't understand it because he wouldn't do that. Did he try to do that?
Dude, he turned Senator Kelly into that fucking fish thing.
But that was just a revenge thing because Kelly was such a mutant hater. So he's like, now you can hate yourself.
Then what, dude? He built this whole big. What was he doing at the Statue of Liberty? This is what he was trying to do to everybody. That's the point.
I thought he was trying to pull the accesses together. No,
he was trying to turn everybody. He was trying to turn all the world leaders into mutants.
Pretty sick.
It's pretty wild.
I don't think it would solve your problems.
Okay. Thank you.
They would just get new world leaders,
or just stay leaders. Oh, mutants. Now we have superpowers. We're never leaving office.
Nobody wants a mutant leader. That was the whole point. We would just Magneto. Go ahead. Yeah, we'll just reelect.
Right.
I don't care if Senator No.
This was the whole. He built that whole big. He built that whole big contraption. He even had a practice one at his lair. That's how he turned Senator Kelly into it. So then he was going to use the Statue of Liberty because that's what he was doing. it almost killed him. Dude, Cyclops with the fucking shot. I got the shot.
To be fair,
I'm taking it.
Didn't Jean like telekinetically move something?
She moved his glasses in front of his eyes.
Oh, yeah. Scenes like that were sick, especially
it was
2000.
Great. It was some of the action of that film was fucking great, man. The Mystique Wolverine fight's great. Wolverine's PTSD dream where he fucking stabs fucking Rogue. That scene's fucking awesome. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite scene. That's my favorite.
It's the best scene in the film. It's the best.
That's the best Anna Paquin acts too.
100 fucking.
She did a good fucking.
She crushed it. She crushed it.
Yeah.
That is the best scene in the film. Yeah.
Favorite scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I almost forgot about that thing.
Yeah, man. It's
because in the audience, when you're watching the movie, it's just like, oh shit, here's Wolverine's past. Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay, he stabbed someone. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, he's got PTSD for real. And you know what's fucked up?
And it's got that Jackman scream like, ah!
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's when Wolverine, who over these next podcasts that we're gonna come to speak on a lot and get to know, that's when Wolverine shows up on film.
James Howlett.
He berserks. It's his berserker. He fucking and he kills this little girl. Well, he should have, right. I mean, instantly. God, yeah, the dude fucking the psychology of Jean today going through it, because Wolverine's just instantly hitting on her, and Jean is just like,
well, he wakes up and she's like in this cute doctor's outfit.
Yeah, and he fucking puts her in a chokehold and almost kills her, and then doesn't.
So you're thinking maybe Jean was like, well, I want that all the time.
Jean,
maybe she's into that darker stuff because she is dark Phoenix. Jean, I mean,
she doesn't know it yet, but yeah,
I bet she would like whips.
Jean's with Scott. Cyclops and Wolverine are the fucking opposites. Cyclops is the straight A student who is the teacher's pet, and Wolverine is the leather jacket, cigarette smoking, guitar playing fucking American badass rebel. Like
a character from The Outsiders.
Exactly. He's Dally. He's fucking Dally from The Outsiders.
Yeah,
and who doesn't like that? This film is super important. And it's gonna set something in motion that's gonna be really, really, really special.
Yeah, season 4.
Yeah. So
steamrolling your way.
Yeah.
When I rated,
go ahead.
Rating it. So go ahead.
I was gonna ask you to rate it, but I guess just doesn't matter.
We'll never rate it. When I was going to rate this, when I first saw it, it was the first superhero movie of the year 2000. Right. It's fucking 2024 now. Don't date it. And watching it again, it can't get higher. It can't get higher than a 3 for me. 3 Rambo knives. It can't get higher than that because the writing and the story, good scenes like we've talked about, but those are just scenes. Like as a fluid movie, back to front, after credits, 3. Only because it's X-Men. I would give it a fucking 2, honestly, because it's lame. It's lame. It's a lame story.
We're usually on the same page by the end of every podcast, but we're usually a half a Rambo star or a full star. Fuck me. Half a Rambo knife or a full Rambo knife, apart from one another. But you just said I've got no notes other than I completely agree with everything you just said. It is a 3. Why it's a 3 is exactly everything you just explained. Yeah, it might be a 2.5 if it weren't for how fucking important this film is and some of the brilliant moments. But yeah, I completely agree. Okay. So you heard it here first, folks.
That scene of Wolverine stabbing Rogue is worth 3 Rambo.
Yeah, it's
That's
worth
a 3 Rambo knife scene.
Yeah, perfectly said, man. Yeah, I completely agree. So yeah, folks, we're just beginning season 4, and we're going X-Men heavy. And if we time it right, we're gonna be wrapping these films just around the time that the new cartoon comes out, which is very exciting. It's a long, long time coming.
I got to watch that last episode again.
So do I, actually, cartoon. Because season 5 is kind of whack of the cartoon. Animation style changes. It gets a little hokey. But okay, you heard it here first. Officially, X-Men 2000 is a 3 out of 5 Rambo knives. You guys can write in. You can talk about whatever you want. We won't care.
It's been a long time since we agreed.
This is a full agree. It's in years.
We might have went all of season 3
without dude. Maybe even
unless
season 2.
It was 5 out of 5.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the only time we do actually completely agree is 5 out of 5s. Fuck yeah, man. Okay. Next week.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. We just got to wrap. Next week we're doing fucking X-Men 2, and I can't fucking wait. Because it's a banger. Trevor, any final words?
Shit. Yes. Real quick, I had a joke.
Go ahead.
So, the other day, walking around, and I was like, talking to my friend. Another thing about wizards, get off my lawn.
I've been your host, legally funniest man alive, Trevor D. This is season 4, episode 2. We're just getting started, baby. Podcast Puppets forever. Let's get the fuck out of here.